Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the 6th episode of my Wellington Wanderers series. Since I last saw you guys, we won a game against the Brisbane Roar in the 3-1 match, which we played very well in, where Callum McCowart finally scored in the league and Gary Hooper bagged another one. And then we got a 1-0 loss against Adelaide United. We had a couple of other things happen with signing a bunch of players on a new contract. We got Kakachi locked down for another few years, and he had some interest from the French club Lyon in the Ligue 1, so I'm very happy we locked him down. We also locked down Hooper and we locked down Steinman as well, so two of our big players. Well, I think the Hooper deal is not done yet actually, but Steinman's definitely locked down, and we just need a work permit for Hooper. And I know I said I'd show you guys the FFA Cup final, but we actually managed to win it. So I did record it, but all of my footage got corrupted and just left. And I'll show you the goals though. We got a goal very early on from a penalty, and then they equalised straight afterwards with Naboo again and knock-in. And then we got another goal through Hooper again, who played very well this match, to put us 2-1 up. And then just a little bit later, we put ball in Longstaff, got it in for McCowart to make it 3-1. And then I was talking about how we were definitely going to win this game. There was no way they were going to score again, and they scored this goal a few minutes afterwards. But then just to secure it and to give Hooper his hat-trick in the final, Longstaff plays it easily to Hooper, who smashes it home to secure the victory. And at the very end you can see us raising the trophy, and here's all of the information that happened afterwards, just the confirmation that we did win it. Here we go. Wellington Phoenix win the FFA Cup. Wellington Phoenix lift the FFA Cup. Medals for the Cup, so this is everyone that will receive one. Even all the way down, Walter Scott getting some. He's been a bit more important in the league so far than I was expecting, but the manager was very pleased with my performance, so I'd be pretty disappointed if he wasn't. And we ended up getting Gary Hooper the top goal scorer, and we had the best match against Perth Glory in the first round, so I'm very happy with how that went. So unfortunately that doesn't really count as one of the games for today, so I might play this Western Sydney Wanderers game, and then you guys have already seen it, me play against Melbourne Victory, so I think I'll play the Western Sydney game and then come back for the Western United game, and then I'll call it a day for this episode. But I'll see you guys when the Western Sydney Wanderers game is ready to start. In the hopes to keep this win streak of one game continuing, we've gone with the exact same lineup. I don't know if that's a great idea based off the defensive effort that we put on, and based off the fitness levels of the players, but I'm going to stick with it. At home against Western Sydney Wanderers, I can't see how we can do too badly after the great performance against Melbourne Victory last game. And I'm sure that the team will be ready to bounce back from the last defeat in the league against, was it Adelaide United, I think, and come back with a win with some silverware around there in their trophy cabinet now. You know, that is the first trophy the Phoenix has ever got in real life, and I'm very proud to be the manager to bring it to them. But just as we win some trophies, we start going behind in just the normal matches in the league. We're great outside of the league, but during the games in the league we seem to struggle a bit, but we do have an opportunity here as Singh heads it down to Hooper. Hooper runs upfield and looks to pass some players, and he shoots just wide. Well, I say just wide, that was closer to the corner flag than the goal. Hooper gets the ball again from a good pass from Payne. Hooper's dribbling down the line. I've noticed he's doing that a lot this season. He's not exactly a wide player, but he seems to act like one. He's going on some nice dribbles in this league. Maybe he's getting a bit bored, and scoring goals is too easy for him here. He thought he might try his hand at being a winger, but Steinman gets the ball, plays it to Holman. Holman gets it back to them, and they start an attack, and I feel like this could be a dangerous opportunity with Bullitt, who scored the last goal for them, passing it out, and they take a hit, and it's 2-0 with Majewiski, definitely not pronouncing that one right, scoring a goal. Bullock getting the assist, and I think it might be time to think about making some tactical changes. 2-0 down within the first 20 minutes is never a good sign, and with a team that's just off the back of a final win, we really should be playing better than this. But hopefully this is our chance, because they seem to be going all Western Sydney's way, and with crosses like that, it's probably going to continue, as Matt German is taking it up the field, but Hooper makes a tackle. Why is he back there? He's an advanced forward. He should be really in the box, waiting for those headers, but Steinman has the ball, plays it back to Longstaff, Holman, Steinman, Longstaff, Steinman, Holman, takes a shot and it's a goal. Let's go, we're back into the game. Brett Holman scoring his second goal for us, Steinman with the assist, and we can push on from there. That is enough, I think, to hopefully kickstart a bit of a comeback. We've made it much more of a mountain than we would have liked to have had to climb, but I think we can do it. We've come from similar feats, and I'm sure after my brilliant halftime talk we'll be able to bring it back. And I'm going to tell the boys that they expect to see a much better showing in the second half, but calmly. I don't want to freak them out. I'm confident that they will get the win. Just a bit of an encouragement, I think, is what is needed. But I will go straight to telling them to get onto it if they don't do anything in the next 10-15 minutes, to be honest. So hopefully this is our chance. There's that hopefully again. Gosh, I gotta sort that out. But they come up the field and have another pass straight into the middle. I got lost for words there, and I'm completely losing my speech there. I just don't know what to say at this point. They're playing much better than I thought they would. At the very start of the match, I was saying how I couldn't see a way we wouldn't win this game, and well, I'm seeing the way that we couldn't win this game right in front of me. But now the reality of playing with the same players that played in that final is coming on to me pretty harshly, and I now understand why rotation would have been a bit more of a sensible option with everyone going into the 60s of fitness. But I think we might be able to pull away without having to switch every player in the side, although it is getting to the point where I am considering switching every player in the side. But I think we might just get away with just that as our last substitution and not have too many more problems with Hudson Wahongi going into right back, because he can do a job out there. I feel like going into attacking, because I actually don't know if we've had another shot this half. Oh, there we go. As soon as I'm talking about it, tell them to push forward, because this really is not good enough. This is a game that we should be winning, and obviously we're not. I think I'm going to bring Ball into striker as well, and put Holman onto an attacking, pressing forward for Ball, deep line playmaker support. I just can't try and throw it all forward from here. I'm sure he can do a good job in attacking Mazzala. I don't know if it will do anything. Oh, and we've got one last chance. Oh, it's gone straight into the hands of Lopar. And he will look to kick it along, I'm sure. Hopefully it can be one of those stupid ones that go straight to us, and it is. Ball races forward. He skips past one, skips past another, takes a hit. And Lopar saves it, and I think that will be the end of the game. But we do have one last chance here. Curry on his debut does a terrible ball, but Steinman picks it back up. This man's everywhere for us in the midfield. Longstaff does one of those stupid back heels, and Meyer kicks it straight out. Was there a chance, or is the chance still going? I think this might just be one of those stupid end of game highlights that they sometimes do, because there's been about 3 stoppages since the chance started, so and I don't think we're gonna bag one here. Watch McCowart popping a beautiful shot, but that certainly was not. I was a bit lost for words there after he took that shocking touch. I'm going to aggressively say I'm not happy with the result, because we should be winning that, and we're not doing well enough in the league. I'm not going to be getting any calls up from any of the big sides at this rate. I have been keeping an eye on the job centre, not planning on leaving, but just out of curiosity. I know that Leeds has opened up, but I'm not sure what kind of job we can go for, because if you look at Leeds are a 3-star reputation club, and currently the Wellington Phoenix is a 2.5-star reputation club. So surely if we play well, we'll be able to take a step up to about a 3-star reputation club. But I don't know. I've done saves with the Phoenix before, and I feel like 3-star reputation clubs are always just elusive to go to from the Phoenix. I say it was a frustrating game, and yeah, I don't pay much attention to press conferences, but I think I'll play these 2 games here, and then I'll come back for the Western United derby sort of game that we like to imagine that it is, and I'm sure we'll be able to put it up a bit more of a fight against Melbourne Victory and Sydney FC, although Sydney FC have already beaten us once 3-0 away from home. But we're at home this time. I'm feeling a bit nervous, but hopefully we can bust out a bit of a shock and get 6 points on the board from those 2 games. You guys will find out in just a second. I feel the need to reiterate this again. I never said I was good at Football Manager. With the last 2 games that you guys missed out on, ended up in a 0 draw and a 1-0 loss with no goal scored for us. It doesn't bode well for us on the table with us in 8th place, with 3 points away from the playoff positions and 12 points away from the title that I thought we'd be able to compete for at the start of the season. But let's ignore that and go straight into this game against Western United, who, by the way, have even odds to beat us apparently, which is not worrying at all. And Piscopo is apparently wanted by Melbourne Victory on loan. I might give him a crack in the starting lineup for this game, because honestly, McCall's not been the star player that I thought he might be. I was really feeling optimistic about him at the start of the season. I was writing home about him during those pre-season games, and he was playing exactly the way I wanted him to. But he's really let me down over the last few games, and I'm not really impressed with his performances. So I think taking him off and maybe giving him a wee warning to show that he's not solid and he's not a guaranteed start in this team might do him a bit of good. But the annoying thing is that every single game, this tactic does well. And every single game we get a lot of shots, and every single game we dominate possession. But we just don't score more than the opposition, which obviously, as we all know, is the aim in football, and we're just not doing it. We've even got goal difference of -3. I think it's a combination of a poor defence and probably just poor management, because once again, I say, I never claimed to be good at Football Manager, but hopefully we can still build our way up through the leagues and somehow make it to the Champions League. But right now, with the start that we're having at the Wellington Phoenix, I can't see us winning the Champions League anytime soon. But for now, we need to focus on the league. We need to focus on the Wellington Phoenix. And I do have a defensive player lined up for a January signing, as long as he doesn't demand too high of wages. And his name is Michael Boxall. If you've heard of him, he used to play for the Phoenix. I'm loving bringing back ex-Phoenix players. And I think he'll be really solid for us in defence. So hopefully I can get that deal done. As Holman puts a ball into Longstaff, I haven't even been commentating this game, and we're actually playing pretty well so far. Piscopo takes a shot and is really trying to show that he is better than McCall, and right now he is playing just as well as McCall because he's done nothing. So, you know, really, he's playing to expectation right now, even though he does have a 6.6, which is the lowest rating out of anyone in our side. I didn't get a good look, but I think it was. Steinman takes the ball. He's the man that I always say is everywhere. Plays it to Holman. Holman should put a ball in, and it falls to Hooper, and we're 1-0 up. That is exactly what we wanted in this game. Gary Hooper, I imagine he's scored about 80% of our goals this season, because I can't think of anyone else that's been playing well apart from him. If the Phoenix hadn't signed him in real life, this save would be one of the dullest things I've ever watched. And we've actually managed to give him a massive wage decrease. He was on something like 6.5 or 7.25k a week, and I've taken him down to 3.6. I don't know why he's accepted that, as Singh hits the post so close, and that would have given us a really nice cushion going into the second half. But right now, I am very happy with their performance, but I will tell them we need to guard against complacency. We cannot let this one slip away, because this would be a really big win for us, and I'd be very grateful if the team could actually hold on to it, as it would put us up to that 7th place position and put us above Western United, which would be very nice to be able to say that we have in this league. I'm not sure if we're doing better or worse than the Phoenix in real life were at this point, but I think it would be pretty close, because the Phoenix lost their first 5 games in a row in real life, and of course they didn't win the FFA Cup, which I did, and you know, I don't think we've started terribly for the Phoenix, but for the team that we have, I would expect to be doing a bit better than this. So I'm definitely thinking about replacing Holman during the window as well. You know, he started the season well, but he hasn't done much since then. He scored 1 goal. Apart from that, he's done nothing. He reminds me of McCowett, but at least McCowett's young and got potential. Holman's a bit dried up, and I think he's activated a contract extension because I've played him so many times. We'll let this highlight run out, and then we'll make some substitutions. As Kakachi plays it to Steinman. That's to Kakachi to Longstaff, who's going to hit it from range, and it goes just wide of the post, trying to recreate that goal. Well, in this save, he didn't score that winner against the Manchester United side, because he's a bit busy in the Wellington Phoenix, as we all know. It's just as good as playing in the Premier League and scoring winners against Manchester United. Hopefully, we can run the clock out. But we'll make one more change just to freshen it up. Kakachi's looking a bit tired. This is my go-to. What's Kakachi's stamina? It must be something like 2. It's 14! How is it 14? There's no way. Maybe I need to take his training down, because he is always tired and he's never fully fit. As Western United have a last-minute chance, McDonald standing over the free kick, and it goes just high and just wide. I think if we can run down the clock, this is definitely 3 points, a valuable 3 points, and it should be over. Yes, it is. We'll take that all the way to the bank, and we're very happy to continue a bit of end a bit of a bad run of form and get those 3 points on the board. Alright, that is a good way to end the episode. I think that's a nice place to end. I'll meet back probably sometime around the end of January, unless I start making some signings, and I'll let you know how those go. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.